So this is my 2019 Rav4. I bought it with 12 miles, and I bought it brand new on June 2019. Now, I've loved this car. There's absolutely nothing that I hate about it, other than like the seat is a little bit short and the engine is noisy when you're going on the when you're accelerating. But at highway speeds, it's pretty good. It's not that noisy. But I do have one complaint right now. Now, I started noticing this while, like I was driving. You could hear a little rattle. You could barely hear it. It's just not that noticeable. But I'm that kind of people. Like, I'm one of those people that, I hear everything. And I just turned the AC on and, just to not hear it. But it was there and I could feel it. And I'm like, man, there's something going on with this car. And it was right here next to the B pillar. I'm going to show you what it is in this video that's coming up. But it's really bad. I don't know if it's a thing that's going on with all the Rav4s. Don't get me wrong. I think it's just specific with this car. It's an isolated problem with this vehicle. Haven't heard anything about it, and I posted it on social media trying to see if people had that same problem that I've had. And it's a huge crack around the rear driver's door, the passengers on the back. So the rear driver door in the back has a crack around the window frame. Now, how did I come about this? Well, I was like, man, that noise has to be coming from somewhere. So I thought it was like something on the door that's loose. I don't know. It's really, really not that loud. It's really silent, but I could still hear it. So I started digging around, and I don't know how. I just wiggled the door, and when I wiggled it, I could hear something like shift. And lo and behold, my eyes got the attention of this crack. Now I'm going to show it to you in this video, and then I'm going to give you a really detailed video of what the crack looks like. Now let me get out of the car, and I'm going to show you where it's at. So it's right here. So this is the window frame right here, and I grabbed it like this, and I shook it, and you could hear that little crack right there. So the crack runs along right here, right? So you're like, well, whatever, that's not the big deal, right? Until you keep pulling back, and you could see it more. Now it looks like that's where a weld was. Now if you remove this right here, this is where it gets really bad, and that's the crack right there. All right. Now this is really hard to do with a hand, but I'm gonna shake it, and you can see it move, and you can hear it too. So yeah, that's that. I haven't talked to the dealership yet. I'm going to do so tomorrow after I get out of work. So yeah, I hope it's not a big deal. I hope that they could just fix it, and they don't have to put a new window, or not a new window, a new door, because there's really no need for a new door. The way it looks like, it's that it cracked along the weld that happens at the factory when they make these doors. Maybe the weld wasn't that strong and it cracked. Now, I looked at all the other doors and I couldn't find anything similar, so I think it's just that one door. But if I find anything else, I'll post another video. This is crazy. It's a brand new vehicle, so I'm really disappointed. I hope they don't have to replace the door. I hope they don't have to repaint that door, because I'm really picky with the colors of my vehicle. I had another vehicle in the past that had an accident, and then they said that they were going to swap the door out, and they didn't. And then when they swapped out the panel, they painted the door, and the door was a different shade of silver than the vehicle was. So I was really disappointed, and I really don't want that to happen to this car, since I've only had it for less than 3 months. So I hope that they could just weld it, or they could do whatever they do. Like, I don't know if it's just weld, glue, whatever the heck they do. But whatever they do, I really hope they leave that door there. I don't want to have a door replaced, but I will keep you updated. Again, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button down there so you can follow this story. It's unusual. And another update, I've heard of people saying that they had this mooing noise on their transmissions on these cars. It's not happened to me, thank God. And but it's past the 3,000 miles, and that's around like where everybody hears that mooing noise. So essentially what it is the car starts making a noise in the rear differential. So right here, when it disengages on the rear diff, it makes a weird noise, and people hear it inside the car. And some people are also experiencing jitters, so the car starts like jittering back and forth when that happens, and it happens around 20 to 30 miles per hour. I haven't noticed that. I took this vehicle for a almost 2,000 mile drive up to Wisconsin and back to Virginia, and I've had no issues with it. The only good thing that I've found is that it's really good on miles per gallon. The MPGs on this thing went to 36, almost 37 MPG, and it gave me around 400 miles, almost close to 400 plus miles per gallon. Not miles per gallon, 400 miles on a tank. So a full tank gave me close to 412 miles and averaging 36 miles per gallon. But I did manage to put the roof rack on the other day, and if you're ever wondering how it looks when you have the sunroof open, that's how it's gonna look. And I don't know about that. I like my moonroof. I mean, if you open it up, yeah, no problems there. And if you push it up, it doesn't touch. It doesn't go all the way up, so that's fine. But yeah, a little bit disappointed with the whole sunroof situation with the basket. But that's what you get when you put a huge basket on the top of your car. You can't see the stars or the sun while you're driving. But anyways, I'll leave you here. Remember, subscribe, and I will put the videos right after this with a little bit more of a clear image of what it's going on. All right, thank you for watching, and see you later.